It was the 4th of July. Streetside Anthony says to me, I'm having a 50% off sale. I said, I'll be there. I come home with 182 comic books. Let's take a look at what I picked up and why, up next on this video from Bronzeville Comics. Hello, panelologists. This is Jim from Bronzeville Comics coming to you with another video. And before we get started, like, comment, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. Check out the description of the video for links to my eBay store, my email, my Instagram, and my whatnot. So, Streetside Anthony, and he's only less than 20 minutes from my house. So, he was doing a 4th of July sale. And so I got up early and got down there, and I went through the boxes that he had. So, he had a lot of dollar bins. And so I was picking up, I got to get this one in a bag and board. I'm not going to go through all the dollar books, but that's a cool one. I need to put that in bags. These I haven't bagged yet. This was an interesting one. This is Green Lantern number 76. Now, it's coverless. You may not recognize. This is a cover, where Green Lantern's charging his ring and the power battery, and Green Arrow shoots the arrow at him. It's the first Denny O'Neil, Neil Adams issue. Unfortunately, it's also missing the centerfold, which does include story pages, but this is for $1. Pretty cool to kind of flip through without having to worry about damaging the condition or taking it down a half a point or putting in a spine tick or whatever. But just like really cool stuff. I also picked up this, and I wanted to. Then I need to put this in a bag and board too, because it is. Basically, I use the Silver Age bags and boards for anything up through 79, and then 84. This is 79. Pretty decent copy. I think this is a Jose Luis Garcia Lopez cover with a Mazo. So that was kind of fun. It is, yeah. So what else did I grab? There's a big bag there. I grabbed a whole bunch of X-Men. I decided, you know what? Let me work on my X-Men run, at least the back half of it. Obviously, the front half, the first 93 issues, will be a little more challenging. But these are all in the 400s and early 500s, these X-Men. Nothing huge in there, but these were essentially less than $1 a piece. So these are all going in my save pile. All the PC. I don't want to go through every single dollar bin book. Because there were a bunch of X-Men there that I grabbed. I also grabbed this Batman for the Joker cover. It's kind of fun. A Spectre number 1. Glow-in-the-dark cover. Justice League 70 newsstand. This is part of the post-Superman, Death of Superman. The Batman 489. 489, yeah. This is the second appearance of Bane. What else do we have? Why do I keep... Anyway. I use this. I like to do these as giveaways. These reprints of Plop number 1. That's kind of a fun book. So that's in the Givey pile. Let's put it over here. Makes a 4th pile. What else? These are a little bit lower grade, but part of the Batman Year 2 storyline in Detective Comics. This is an Alan Davis cover. This is a Todd McFarlane cover. Does have a tear up the spine. It's one of those things. A lot of these books that he had in the dollar bins were not bagged or boarded. So, when you're trying to flip through them, it's easy to do that. That might have happened there. I'm not sure if it did or not, when exactly that happened. Then I grabbed these. I don't need for my run, but a bunch of Uncanny X-Men from like the late hundreds to the late 200s. I grabbed, this is the first appearance of Firestar in continuity, and this is that classic cover with Rogue by Jim Lee. And what else? These are all Uncanny X-Men books. This big pile from that era. I think that's it for X-Men. So those are all going to be for sale. Just somewhat not fun. Oh, this is another Uncanny X-Men. Yeah, a lot of newsstands in there as well, but not not like 9-8 contenders. Newsstand edition of Justice League #1, first appearance of Maxwell Lord. Amazing Spider-Man 290 newsstand. Peter Pops the Question. I don't mean he punches Vic Sage in the face. Hey, it's the right week, right? For Man of Steel #1. And this is #3. First appearance of Magpie. Batman Strikes #1. Based on the animated series. There were two. Well, let's put this until I find the other copy. Yeah, there's just a lot of stuff in here. This is a recent facsimile. So, first Doom and Subby team up. This is the first supervillain team up in Marvel Comics. Joker and Penguin had teamed up in the Golden Age. This, and of course there was the Injustice Society and stuff in All-Star Comics. This is going to be another giveaway. I'll probably do it as a giveaway the week of the FF movie. And it's an Alex Ross JLA cover. I also picked up some other Superman. This is the most recent volume, #1, and the New 52 #1, just to do those as giveaways this week. Then I grabbed a Flash 350 newsstand. That's the last issue. These JLAs. A couple of copies of issue #1. Am I keeping that? I'm not sure. I kind of already organized this. Fantastic Four, okay. Yeah, I'm putting those in the PC. I probably already have them, but I keep getting confused because there's like 3 covers. There's the left, the right, and then there's this one. Or maybe this is just the left and the right. This isn't the special edition. So, just put those in the PC for the heck of it. Then a couple of these JSA books with Alex Ross covers. This introduces the second Amazing Man. This introduces, who is it? Cyclone. Her first appearance. And this is just a really underappreciated Power Girl cover. I mean, Alex Ross Power Girl. How is that not more popular? I don't know, friends. Then I picked up, this is a book that goes in my spec pile all the time. Brave New World #1. This is the first appearance of the Ryan Choi, who becomes the 4th Atom. I think he's the 4th Atom. Had his own series for a while. It was pretty good. He did appear as Ryan Choi in the Snyder Cut, so I don't know if we'll ever see him properly in the DCU, but I pick it up anyway. Then this was a dollar bin find. A couple of others. Let's see. Yeah, no, that's dollar bin. I think all of those. Yep. And that. Okay. This is not quite a 9/8. I do have 9/8 of this particular book. It's going to go in my spec pile. And it is Justice League 31, the first appearance of Jessica Cruz. Now, she was supposed to be in the when they originally announced the DC Universe streaming service, that it's where Titans and Doom Patrol and Stargirl premiered. That eventually got brought into HBO Max and HBO and HBO, whatever it's called. Anyway, they were going to, before the merger with Discovery, they were going to do a Green Lantern TV series, and it might have included Jessica Cruz, but she just goes in my spec pile. Cool character. I just like this Batgirl cover with Batgirl versus Batwoman. Then Batgirl #1 with Stephanie Brown as Batgirl. This is 52, number 23. This is the origin and first full appearance of Osiris. Countdown 31. I can't remember what the significance of this was. And then Countdown 21. It's, yeah, the first appearance of Nyx Watan. Is he a watcher? I think he is. Those are all for sale. Go in my sale pile. I'm not necessarily going to spec on those. Flash Rebirth number 3. This is like the 85th Flash Superman race. The 8th, actually. Flashpoint number 4. Part of that classic storyline. This was another nice little find. Although I don't think it's a big... I'm not specking on this. This is Green Lantern 43, where the Black Hand gets the black lantern ring, which kind of leads it's a prologue to Blackest Night. Now, some people are speculating that Blackest Night is something that they'll do in the DCU. They don't have any dead people. The first movie hasn't even come out yet. They don't have dead people. So you really need to build up to that. Then Blackest Night 7, this is the introduction of the White Lantern ring. And then following Blackest Night, you had Brightest Day. This is the first cover appearance of Jackson Hyde? Is that his name? But bear with me. Yeah, Jackson Hyde. As the new Aqualad. Kind of based on the character from the Young Justice TV series. So that is a spec book. Then I picked up this. This is Legion of Superheroes number 1 from 2010. There is a variant cover by Jim Lee of Saturn Girl, which is, and actually 2 variants. There's a cover B and a sketch cover. I think the cover B actually is a 1 in 25 or a 1 in 10. That's pretty cool. But this, you introduce Green Lantern into the Legion. I haven't yet read that. I'm close to reading those stories. Then I always pick up these Teen Titans keys. This is the first cameo appearance of Miss Martian. I think this is her first full appearance. I just recognize the covers. 38 is, it's first cameo appearance of Enigma. Tim Drake as Talon, Osiris. It's second cameo of Miss Martian. First cameo appearance of Little Barda. First cameo of Young Frankenstein. First cameo of Bombshell. And then the next issue, 39, is the first full appearance of Miss Martian. And first full appearance of Bombshell. So they introduced a lot of characters. Much like the Legion, they introduced a lot of characters in that one. This is Superman number 6, where Jonathan Kent becomes Superboy. So that's a pretty cool book for right now. This I picked up. I don't know why I picked it up. It is Bionic Woman number 1. So we were talking about at Terrificon. Lindsay Wagner and Lee Majors are making appearances. So I kind of have the idea of can I track down really minty copies of Bionic Woman 1 and $6 Million Man 1, the Charlton books from the 70s. So I said, I don't know if it'd be worth getting Lindsay Wagner to sign this. I really want those originals. There are some photo covers that they did, but that's beside the point. This is Batman Incorporated number 6. Now, Batman Incorporated numbers 5 and 6. 5 is the first appearance of Batwing. That wasn't here. I did get a copy of it the next day. This is the first appearance of Black Cat. Cassandra Cain becomes Black Cat in this one, so that's a minor spec. Then this one I thought was kind of cool, considering the recent TV series. Action Comics 872 with the Creature Commandos return. And then I grabbed this one. It was a dollar bin. Just some cool covers. Superman number 682. Just an awesome Alex Ross cover. I'm not sure if I'll do that tomorrow. Then I've been kind of grabbing some Supergirl related materials just to kind of put together enough for a show when the movie comes out next year. This, a classic Michael Turner cover. That's really cool. And this one, Supergirl versus Power Girl. That's pretty cool. Then I grabbed Batwoman number 1. Blue and Gold number 1. This is kind of spec if we ever see Booster Gold and Blue Beetle. Not a big deal. Then Superman 208. This, it's kind of just a Jim Lee cover. And this I was very happy to find in a dollar bin. Pacific Presents. Dave Stevens cover. That's awesome. Then, and I kind of, I keep getting pushed in different directions as I'm doing these CGC census videos, because I'm like, oh, that's cool to collect. This is from Archie Comics. This is Archie Adventure Series from 1984, the original Shield. Now, remember, Shield appeared in Pep Comics #1. Archie first appeared in Pep Comics 22. So and he predates Captain America as like the first patriotic superhero in the Golden Age that MLJ had. And they've kept trying to bring him back. DC's had the rights, and Archie's had other series in the 60s and the 80s, and but just I thought it was pretty cool. Did the cover of this? Not sure, but that's a PC book. And then there were a bunch of Invaders that I grabbed. Just some cool Bronze Age stuff. Issue number 14. First team appearance of the Crusaders. It's going to actually go later. Right. Issue 28 and 27. Those don't have key significance. This I kind of liked. Is that 2 weeks? This I grabbed. This is ROM number 26. Galactus, Galador. Does he want to eat Rom's home planet or something? I'm not sure. But Galactus book, I'll put that for like my FF show in a couple weeks. And then this was just another X-Men that is PC bound, I think. Yeah, stick around that. And then the last dollar bin stuff I picked up. I was missing one issue. 12 issue Superman Birthright miniseries. So issues 1 through 11 or 1 through 10 and 12. So that was the, oops, there's something else in here. Oh, and X-Men Special Edition reprint of Giant Size. That's fun. So then I went to the priced books. And what did I get from the priced books? Some smaller stuff, some cool, interesting keys. So let's see. Invaders number 11. Origin of Spitfire. Number 12. The first appearance of Spitfire. 18. The first appearance of the Destroyer. Then there were some Champions books. Not really any of the keys, but just kind of a fun series. Number 10, 9, 6, 4, 3, 2, 11, 12, 13, 17. I think that's the final issue. And 16. Oh, and 15. First appearance of Swarm, I believe. That's a lot of books in that pile. Then there were some Amazing Adventures with Killraven 36, 33, and 38. Yeah. One of those. 38. I'm just trying to divvy these up so I know where they're going. All right. What else do we have here? Marvel Premiere number 20 with Iron Fist number 22. Just some. Now this is interesting. This is Deadpool Circle Chase number 1. This is the first solo Deadpool book. It's really minty, but it's an embossed cover, so it's hard to press. There's a little bit of a, I wouldn't even say a bend, but like, you know, maybe from stacking or something on the back that needs some work. I'm probably going to have to press this with like the front cover hanging out of the press. So that is a press candidate. That's going in my clean and press box. I picked up 2 copies, one for cleaning and pressing for possible submission of Punisher War Journal number 1 and another issue for sale. Somebody had been asking about it in my sale last week, so maybe they'll stop by again. Then I already have these in 9/8. These are probably not 9/8. They're pretty nice though. Dark Knight Returns 3 and 4. Then this is a cool book. They've been a blistering hot book lately. Which one is the nicer one? This one. 2 copies of Daredevil 183, the second part of the Daredevil Punisher crossover, but the first time they're on the cover together. And this one is nice. The other one is really nice. This is in my pressing and cleaning pile. That's going to go to CGC at some point in the future. I'm so far behind. I think I have like 5 boxes that I filled with short boxes at least. A Fantastic Four 281, the first cover appearance of Sue Storm as Malice. All right, so that's going in. I'll put that for the Fantastic Four week. And what do we got here? Some other cool stuff. Here's some really cool books. Avengers 181, the first appearance of Scott Lang. Before he becomes Ant-Man, he's just Scott Lang here. Avengers 195, the first cameo appearance of Taskmaster. Full appearances in 196. 187. This is some sort of Darkhold kind of key. It is the origin of the Darkhold. There were actually 3 issues. This is the third of them. It involves like this Dark Scarlet Witch kind of deal. And then 257, the first Nebula. That's really minty. That's going to potentially go to CGC. This classic cover by Ed Hannigan. First Black Cat. Not Cat. First Hellcat. Avengers 144. Fantastic Four 243, classic cover. Do I have this going? I gotta make sure I'm putting these in the right places. Yeah, that goes there. This is a fun one. I just thought it was, a nice Silver Age, late silver. Hulk 121, the first appearance of Glob. And then, did I put this in my spec pile? Not the Glob. I'm not expecting Glob to come to the MCU. You never know. Hulk 234. This is the first appearance of Wendell Vaughn as Quasar. He had previously been Marvel Boy and some other name. They're light up. This is a spec book. Then Iron Man 100, anniversary issue. Iron Man 101. This is a cool one with Frankenstein on the cover. And we have some more Invaders. This is the second team appearance of Liberty Legion. This is another copy, a nicer copy of the first team appearance of the Crusaders. 20 is the first full appearance of the second Union Jack. 23 is the first appearance of the Scarlet Scarab, who was included in the Moon Knight series. And 29 is the first appearance of the Teutonic Knight. Captain America 192. This is the first appearance of Karla Sofin, who becomes the second Moonstone, who was a member of the Thunderbolts in the comics. Not so much in the movies. Completely different team in the movies. Marvel Premiere number 18. This is the final chapter of the origin of Iron Fist. Number 17, which has his origin, obviously. And his third appearance. 16, his second appearance. 19, this is a nice book. This is the first appearance of Colleen Wing. And I thought she was like the best part of the Iron Fist TV series. I really hope she's back for Daredevil Season 2. I thought the actress who portrayed her was excellent in that role. Marvel 2 and 154. This is the Death of Deathlock. It's also the first appearance of Screaming Mimi, who there was some speculation that the woman who was working as the assistant to Valentina in Thunderbolts was Screaming Mimi, but that never came to fruition. Then Uncanny 160. This is the first appearance of Alana Rasputin as an adult. This is going in my Supergirl pile. Where's my Supergirl pile? Oh, it's, I think, here. Then Superman, Son of Kal-El. Superman animated series special, Superman versus Lobo. That's going to go in the spec pile. My older child is really a big fan of Bucky right now, so that's going to hurt. This is going to swap out. This is PC bound. I do have a another copy that is not as nice, so that's going to go up for sale. This is Batman 197. It's a nice copy. I had this as an 8.0. So just for the right price, anytime I can upgrade, that's cool. So that I have my Batman books. It's going to be in that top middle box. So we'll put it over here and then take out the other one. Then I thought this was cool. Amazing Spider-Man 24. That's going to be for sale. Action Comics #1. This is the New 52 when he gets this is like takes place 3 to 5 years earlier, I forget what it is, where he's running around in work boots and t-shirt and jeans. This one, what am I doing with this? This is Batgirl Volume 3 #1. Right? No, this is the Volume 1 #1. I'm sorry. This is the first solo series of Cassandra Cain. And then, what would today be without getting an X-Men #1? So there you have it. Those are the books I picked up. What do you think of them? Which are the books that you find most interesting? So let me know. Thanks for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, there's a lot more videos out there. I recently did a History of Superman video, so that hasn't got a lot of looks. Take a look at it. I've gotten some compliments on it, and if you want to know the history of the Man of Steel going into the movie, you can check it out here, and another video here. And this is Jim saying until next time, enjoy your comics.